Sorry if you hear clicking, it's just me using these fine little keys and I was making another video, but yeah.
Jealous maybe?
How much time do you actually spend together?
I think when we first started the relationship, we were seeing each other quite often. Obviously, times have...
Context, this is a two couples. So one guy's a dickhead, but this girl, this couple's alright, this guy's alright. One guy's in a fucking suit, he thinks he's all that, but he's not all that. It's just people like, for some reason, crush. It's just people like, just trying to be friends. What am I going on about? These people, they're in a relationship.
Changed and shifted, and obviously our work schedules have gone busy. But now
do you think you make time for me?
Yes, I do make time for you. As I said, like within reason, within our time schedules. Obviously, she knows mine. I've given her my rota. She knows when I'm busy and when I'm not. So we can obviously bob and weave in between.
So just explain to me what a typical working day for you is.
Cool. So obviously, as I said before, obviously I'm across the pond, so I cover 8 different countries. Do you have an issue?
No, but it's like you keep saying you cover 8 different countries. We get it. Like sometimes you wake up at 6 a.m. Sometimes you wake up at. We understand.
There we go. So obviously,
she's mad. You know, she doesn't like him. She doesn't like him. It's just like this guy's spending too much time
in different time zones. I mean, different body clocks. So I do get tired easily.
You know, I do this too much. I'm just going to pretend to pretend as if the camera is not there. Like I talk when I'm watching these videos, like I'm doing a reaction video, even though I'm not recording at all. That's why I thought, man, I might just turn on the camera.
And obviously I'm exhausting a lot of energy. I'm a personal trainer, nutritionist and a brand marketer.
Do you feel...
do you have an issue?
No, but it's like you keep saying you cover 8 different countries. We get it. Like sometimes you wake up at 6 a.m. Sometimes you wake up at. We understand.
There we go. So obviously I'm in different time zones. I'm in different body clocks. So I do get tired easily. And obviously I'm exhausting a lot of energy. I'm a personal trainer, nutritionist and a brand marketer.
Do you feel that you make time for Deborah?
Most certainly.
I don't think he does. When we first got together, we were seeing each other up to 3 times a week. Now it's like once every 2 weeks. For me, I don't know if you want to spend time with me or not, but for me, that's like what is the relationship if I'm going to see you once every 2 weeks? Do you get what I mean? I love quality time, and you know that. Yeah. And at the start of the relationship, that was what was happening. But obviously now there has been a shift, and that is what I don't like.
Okay. So Paul, just give me a little bit of your background. What business are you in?
Yes.
Yeah, answer the question.
Bro, this guy's been so up his own ass this whole series, this whole video. Like, oh my gosh, this guy, he thinks he's all that shit because he wears a suit and he has clients, bro. He gambles with his clients. The wife exposed him already. Not exposed, but the wife has said he does gambling with his clients. Is that his clients? And apparently this guy, he spends all of their money on trying to impress other people. Like she said, she's fake it to make it on another level to a high extent. Like he just wants to impress people that he's with.
Jen, babe.
So what?
That was what was happening, but obviously.
You know, I'm very open-minded, but I just didn't like this guy from the get-go.
Now there has been.
No, sorry. I didn't like this guy until we opened his mouth.
A shift, and that is what I don't like.
Okay. So Paul, just give me a little bit of your background. What business are you in?
Yes.
Yeah, answer the question, babe.
So what does my business have to do with the relation? Just asking.
I just wondered, whether that was influencing the way that you deal with life. Sorry?
What the fuck?
I'm a provider.
What is it that you do? I don't understand. Just
I don't see how this is going to help our relationship in the long term. This is the problem that I have.
No, stop. You don't deserve to get that.
Right.
You don't deserve to say that.
Look, with this Denise lady, I just feel like...
Say Denise, her name is Denise, her name. It's not this Denise lady. With this black bearded man, that's what I can refer to him as. Don't say that, say Denise.
She's just asking lots of intrusive questions that doesn't really relate to the situation at hand. She's asking me, what do I do? Like, I make money, that's what I do. Like, it's a silly question.
He definitely does fraud. Change the camera real quick.
Question, what do you want from me? Do you understand? You're here.
What you do? Oh, I'm a marketer. What you do? I'm a car salesman. What you do? I'm a property investor.
For a certain purpose, to help with the relationship. Do that. If you can't do that, then you're not of use for me. The whole point is she's here, right? And I got her here. We've been together for 3 years.
you got me here.
No, well, not here specifically, but I mean, in terms of the journey, we've been together for a long time. I've managed to sustain our relationship financially, if that's the question you're asking.
So just to be Sorry, Mr. Man, you in full suit. I want this girl to tie him down. Like, this guy's a dickhead, you know. He's actually a dickhead.
No, I wasn't. I was simply wondering what motivated you and how you work together.
Without telling you too much, I literally work with high net worth individuals, influencers.
What is high net worth individuals, man? Fuck off.
Celebrities, you name it. Provide them with basically nutrition as well as fitness. I also run an IT business, which I work with potentially really influencers, brands, more of the upscale basically.
Shut up, man. I had to whisper to someone from shop. This guy's a dickhead. Like, you need to be humble. This guy's to cop his own. Ain't no That's even a thing.
You're a very busy man.
I am.
Even if there's nothing to do, Paul will tell his friends I've just done some. No, you haven't. Like, chill, relax. Like, you're not busy 24/7. Even the busiest person has time, Paul.
And do you do anything together? Any, hobbies that you do together?
Aside from on our laptops in the same room, maybe. When we started dating, we used to like the same music. He was more fun. Now I don't even know who's sitting next to me, to be honest.
And how do you feel?
If I heard that would shoot me down,
I think that's BS.
It's BS.
Look, music. I'm a Burna Boy fan. You used to be, but now
I still like Burna Boy.
Wizkid. Like, that doesn't make sense. If you like something, just stick to
First of all, you've changed, babe. You didn't like what you liked 5 years ago. I know.
Stop calling him babe. Stop calling him babe. Stop calling him babe. You're feeding his ego. Like, I've got this girlfriend. I'll call me babe. Whatever I do, she loves me. Whatever I do, I don't need her. She needs me. That's what's going on in his head right
That because of the food, simply the food that you eat. Okay, so people.
just stick to
First of all, you've changed, babe. You didn't like what you liked 5 years ago. I know that because of the food, simply the food that you eat. Okay, so people change. I still like Burna Boy, but I prefer Wizkid. It doesn't mean that it has to be your way. This is a problem with you. Like, if it's not your way, it's the highway.
No, this is the problem with you. You don't keep the same energy. Do you understand? When we first started dating, you know what type of energy I was on. Do you understand? You know the frequency that I was taking us to.
Okay, answer the question she asked us. What do we do together aside from work that is meaningful? Is that what you said?
Let me tell you what we do, right? Every 28 days, we have a couples review, right?
Oh,
so how the couples review works is we basically, go over our individual and collective plans, goals, targets, and we kind of, make like a checkbox type of situation.
I'm disappointed in this guy, He sees her as a job. He sees her as, so you're my client. How are we doing this relationship? Okay. So do you have you been sucking my dick a lot? Enough? Not enough? Okay, yeah, no more. She's just bullshit like that. This guy, he sees her as like a fucking, like a client, another of his clients. Not like his job. Like this guy, I don't really like this guy.
And we mark stuff off, help each other out with whatever it is that we need help with, and it's worked basically in our relationship.
It hasn't worked.
So as we said before, obviously 9 to 5, fitness guy, yeah? Okay, well, fitness instructor, brand manager, because he hates when I don't say it properly, all of that. So I have meetings all day, and so sometimes when Jamel messages me, I can't message him back as soon as. So his timetable, I would say, is more flexible than mine. I would message Jamel, and then he would message me back, and then I wouldn't respond in another 2 hours. And I know this guy's on his phone. Like, I literally saw him on Instagram, but because I had taken ages, because I was busy to message him, he would basically be matching my messages and take another 2 hours to message me. That is so childish. That is very.
That is immature. Like, if I'm trying to tell you that you're not even fucking just your.
Not childish.
So wait, I'm being childish.
Is that not childish? Do you or do you not match my messages?
You're assuming that I do that.
Oh wait, hold on. Did I not see you on Instagram earlier that day that I messaged you? I double texted you and said, sorry, did you not see my message? Did I not?
Yeah, so that means you're monitoring my Instagram.
No, that's not. What I'm trying to say is, you match my messages. It's very childish. Okay, cool. So why did you respond to me for 2 hours?
I'm busy with clients. I'm not.
No, because you said I have a timetable.
Shut up.
And yes, I do.
Yeah.
You wasn't with a client at that time.
Yes, I was.
Okay. Like, it's ridiculous. So childish. Like, if Matson.
Like, it's ridiculous. It's a Childish. This is just her accent.
Man was doing something, yeah. He will just admit it's not that serious.
We're not going to do comparisons.
Max's boyfriend, we speak a lot,
still
as you
going
know.
on.
Wait, me and Max speak a lot, isn't it? Like, she told me that when she addresses a situation, he's able to acknowledge it and he just moves on. Do you get what I
I
mean?
couldn't care less about your friend's boyfriend, this and that, brother.
Well,
whatever.
maybe you should chat to him a bit more.
How about this? Yeah, don't compare me. Like, I've had enough of your conversation with your friends, talking about our sex life, our family life, this. It needs to stop now. Deborah does this thing that I actually hate. Like, she loves comparing me to other people, other guys. Like, no one likes getting compared to other people. Like, why would you do it? We've had this conversation enough times. Honestly, it just needs to stop. It pisses me off so much. Like,
Is this
Guess what she's doing is like, why can't you eat me out in Paris like we did? You only eat me out on Tuesday. I don't even fucking know. I don't know. What am I just playing?
quite an influential person in your life? Do they influence you? This friend you're
Yeah,
talking-
Max is my best friend, so we speak a lot about our relationship. I'm
Not even him.
open person, like I'm happy to speak about our sex life. I'm happy to speak about the things that we do. Like I'm happy.
And how does that make you feel knowing that she's talking to this friend of
it
hers?
just sounds like my girlfriend's a chatty patty. I don't like girls that just be speaking to
Chatty, waxy, patty, take a week and think I'm at
you too much. Like, I hear she's your friend, but when it comes to situations that's about myself, especially my family life, and then you're talking about
Family life.
yeah, family life.
What said about your family?
Yeah, so let me just put some context into it. So she spoke about a situation between me and my mother.
Oh my gosh.
We've had a bit.
Are you actually gonna bring up that situation
Yeah, I'm
here?
gonna bring it back up.
Okay.
So yeah, me and my mum, we have a bit of a, what did I say?
scuffle.
Here and there relationship sort of thing. So she's gone to her friend Mansa, and just told her about the situation. I'm thinking it has nothing to do with your friend.
I wasn't telling her, Denise. I wasn't telling her about the situation.
If it's a female, if it was a guy, like if it was a guy, then fucking, it would. I wouldn't feel intimidated, but like, at least she's getting her like someone to lie on from somewhere. That's my girl. But this guy, he's doing everything wrong, bro. He's doing everything wrong. Everything wrong, man.
And I was just telling her how it was affecting me and Jamel. That's what I was saying.
And what advice did she give you?
She just said like that you're moving out soon. You know, it's just general chit chat. Like, why do you care about what
Why do you have
conversation
to
with
open your
matter?
mouth about general chit chat? Am I gist?
It's genuine chit chat. You just need to understand that.
Am I? What are you the shade bar down?
Okay, that's childish. I literally do not see an issue with telling my best friend about my relationship. Like, it's what girls do. It's what we do. It's how we like to communicate. We like to.
Females just waste your time. At my age, at least. Bro, I'm not focused on females. Yeah, bro, I'm about the bag, bro. I'm about the bag. No females, just bag, bro. Just bag, you know what I mean?
Share with our besties. Like,
If you don't respect me, I won't respect you. If you have no respect for me, I owe you nothing. That's what it is.
Mansa likes to hear my stories and I like to hear hers. I think Jamel probably has an issue with it because he's not acting right. If he was doing the most now and he knew that I was happy with his behaviour, then maybe he wouldn't mind me telling Mansa.
So, in this checkup, are you both, as they say, on the same page?
Of course.
We're on the same page as we've been. We're always on the same page because all Paul cares about is if our finances have grown, if our savings has grown. Aside from that, if we're still arguing, nothing changes. Do you understand? If it's the point that I'm cleaning up the whole damn house as well as having a 9 to 5 and a business, nothing's changed. He doesn't have an input in personal stuff. It's just about work. So if it's about working, then I understand, yeah, the review
Right, so
works.
tell me, Paul, before you got involved with Shoma, how did you run your household?
Well, obviously, everything was self-sustainable, self-managed. However, at the end of the day, I think the question that you should be asking Choma is if she is getting into a relationship with a person like myself, I don't want to say bring it to the table, but...
What am I bringing to the table?
No, I'm not saying that you don't bring anything to the table. I'm saying you need to let her know that there's certain things that are expected when she's receiving, you know, a certain frequency.
so
if that,
Certain level of man, certain freak. Shut up, man. I don't know. One nice guy. He's too money.
Well,
money obsessed, but he lets money control.
I contribute to the bills. I'm doing my own. I take care of myself. Of course, he buys me things, but I'm going out to shop for myself. I'm also taking care of the home and him. Yeah, he.
It really makes sense. Like, sure he pays the stuff, but I'm going up to buy it. Like he gives me money, but I'm buying it, so I should have. I don't know.
Might do most of the finance, but I'm bringing a lot to your life, and without me, you will be in deficit. You'll be lacking some things. Okay, let's not.
Bro, that means in that case, if you tell the truth, then he doesn't appreciate you enough. He doesn't appreciate you enough. You need to just like treat him the same way that treats him. Matches energy. Once he matches energy, if he's still the way that he is after, I don't know, 6 months of you matching his energy, then like he's never gonna change. He needs to realize that what he's doing is wrong. The way he's treating her is wrong.
Not get confused. I work, okay? Paul does not finance me completely. Does that make sense? Yes, he earns significantly more than I do, but he doesn't finance me, all right? So if you're talking about me becoming a housewife, clearly, because you're talking about finances and me bringing something to the table, what's wrong with being a housewife? Was that the plan we had when we first met?
It's a genuine question.
I don't want to be a housewife. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want to be a housewife. I have a choice. Does that make sense? If I wanted to be a housewife, I would have become a housewife. That's what you keep pushing for me to do. That's not what I want to do, babe. Okay?
Denise.
He used to clean his own house and change his sheets and cook for himself. We just moved in together 6 months ago, and all of a sudden that has now become my duty and mine alone. Bearing in mind, both of us are busy.
Now with myself, I'm an earner. Do you understand? I will go out and I will come back and I'm bringing the bacon for real. Do you understand? If that's the case and I'm able to provide for the both of us and kids in the future, from now, why would she stress herself being out trying to earn the same thing that I already have? Go out and I will come back and I'm bringing the bacon for real. Do you understand? If that's the case and I'm able to provide for the both of us and kids in the future, from now, why would she stress herself being out trying to earn the same thing that I already have? Sit down. Let's figure out something. I want to
sit down, get in the kitchen, make me a fucking sandwich. No, this guy, he wants. His ego's too high. He feels like he has to prove himself. Like he came there dressed in a suit. Like who comes there dressed in a suit, my guy? No one does that. No one goes to therapy in a suit. Like, bro, he wants to act like he's been with his clients all day. I can already tell that this guy. I won't be friends with him. This guy pisses me off. Like he's going broke, trying to look rich. He's going broke trying to look rich. But rich people, if you see Bill Gates, you just think he's an average guy. Like I've seen the clothes that Bill Gates wears. Like he just wears the same clothes every single day, and no one judges him. No one. No, hey, you wore it yesterday, didn't you? No one cares. No one knows that. Probably do, but like, at least he's being true to himself.
come home with a check and say, babe, how should we invest this?
And did you notice that things had changed once Shoma moved in?
Ooh, advert.
What is HelloFresh? HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service. I go online and choose all the recipes that I want to cook.
In terms of how I behave.
You became lazy.
No. Let's not be toxic, babe. Look, this is what it is, right? How can I put this? If let's say last client finished by like 9:30. So okay, whereabouts am I? The Bulgari, Knightsbridge, right? 10 minutes from home. So Choma works in the city. 20 minutes.
30 minutes.
20 minutes from home. So if she gets home, she finishes at 5 roughly, and she's home roughly, maybe not 5:30, no traffic or that, maybe 6, and I get home 9:30. Have you made a plan? Don't you think it's a bit practical to kind of consider that your partner may be coming home? But wait, this is for you, Denise. Do you think that
I can understand what you're saying, and there does seem to be a few hours to spare. However,
no, don't do it.
I just cut her over that. You think no?
Tell her that.
No, I'm not here to tell anyone, just so you understand. I'm here to listen.
You just agreed with what I said.
No, it's not a case of I said I understand. No, but just the way therapy works is you two discuss things and I'm an intermediary. So I don't...
That's not what's happening. What's happening is, if she comes up with a point, you're quick to say, yeah, Paul, what do you think about it?
Only
And then when you clearly agree with me on something, you're not asking her the same question.
Right.
What's going on?
So can I just say, bear with me, the reason that I go to you with a question
Right.
You being a dickhead, that's what's going on.
is because you're not being vocal. Shoma is being very vocal. You're being vocal now, but the reason I was bringing everything back to you was because you weren't being vocal. And it's great to hear that now you have got things to say, because that's why we're here, is it not?
What the hell? Like, are you trying to gang up on me on something? I'm paying for your service. You should serve it equally. Do you understand? Like, make it make sense.
It's interesting to see the
Guy, he thinks money gets to his head. This guy, he needs to be humbled. He needs to be humbled.
way that you both react. Can you see that you're reacting to each other?
Yeah, it's like every time I say
frustrating.
something, he always has a rebuttal. Like, you never acknowledge what you do. You're late.
What, and you
You're
do?
childish. You take 2 hours to respond to my messages, and you have an issue with the conversation that I have with my friends.
How would you like him to change in the way that he deals with you? What would you like to see different?
Okay, I would like for Jamel to actually listen to me when I speak, for one. I would like you to take accountability and try and fix the things that I point out. 'Cause
I wasn't picking my nose before you go crazy in the comments. I wasn't picking my nose with a little child.
the small things, it's very tiny, and I feel like we could move past it if you just accept the fact that sometimes you can be childish, yeah, and sometimes you're late. That's it.
Is there anything that you want to respond to with regards
Most
to
certainly,
Deborah?
I feel like just do not compare me. Like, no one likes being compared. How would you like if I compared you to one of my best friends?
Well, if you were behaving, then maybe I wouldn't be comparing you to other people.
Wait, are you my mum?
There's things that you do that I don't like, and I just want to seek advice from my friends. And when she told me what her
Behave. If you say behave to me in a relationship, you're a dickhead. Now, if you're my friend and you say behave outside of a joke, nah, I'm not gonna take that shit. No, I'm not taking that shit at all. If we're friends and you say behave, what are you saying? Behave in front of number one people, number two a camera. No, man, you're it's not like that. You're a dickhead. You're not my friend. No, I'm gonna say no, my friend, but I'm gonna start to myself right there and then.
her boyfriend's doing is even raising the bar even higher,
really?
because you can do that too.
So your friend has a boyfriend that you compare. Do you compare?
We're of the same age range. Her boyfriend is about his age as well. There's certain things that he's doing for her, like taking her out weekly, you know, buying her gifts, all these sort of things. I'm gonna look at my relationship as well and evaluate it. That's just it. And I'm just bringing it to Jamal, and hopefully he can work on it. It's not that. What I really like.
I feel like for her, she just wants to be treated like a friend. If her friend was never there, she would be not content, but she'd be more content. She would think, hey, should I not get more? I don't know. But this guy right now, she feels like she deserves more.
About Manson's boyfriend is that he's proactive. He doesn't have to be told what to do. If Manson wants gifts, if Manson wants a meal, he's already on it before she has to say. And Jamal really needs to take a leaf out of his book.
Does Jamal?
Getting like females do, they gas it up. So her friend probably gassed her boyfriend up so much to her. But like, he seems fucking crazy. Like, too tired, man.
Ever buy you gifts?
Ask her.
I mean, at the beginning of the relationship, in fact, no, before we got together, actually, he did buy me gifts. But now it's definitely dropped. I don't really get much. Even like flowers or like chocolate, you know.
Is that a problem for you?
Yeah, 100%. I love gifts, and that's just like my love language, and Jamal knows that. So at the start of the relationship, me and Jamal went on so many dates. He was treating me like a princess. We were going out on dates, he was buying me gifts, you know, we were spending a lot of quality time together. But now Jamal is the complete opposite. He's completely fallen off, and it's like he doesn't care.
Like, Deborah's love language is a bit confusing sometimes. Me personally, I think it's wishy-washy. Like, 1 minute it's giving gifts, next minute it's quality time. Like, I understand it can be both of them at the same time, but one thing is always outweighing the other. I don't mind it, but I'd rather like go towards the quality time right now, obviously because of my personal things I'm doing.
Guess that's it for now. Also shit. Hey man, if you're watching, like, subscribe. Let me know how you found the video. If you liked it, tell me. If you didn't like it, tell me. If I should change something, tell me.